What's up, chuletas? Today we're going to be making a double-sided trolls cake. If you're new to this channel, welcome to Thalias Cakes. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you like watching cake tutorials, cake challenges, anything that has to do with cake or baking related, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any more videos. Okay, chuchis, let's get started. So to make this double-sided cake, I actually used a cake dummy. So I covered the whole thing in blue fondant, and then I cut half of the blue fondant off so that way I could put brown fondant on the other side. So simple, just rolled out some brown fondant and then placed it on top, and then I cut off the excess fondant and made sure that it lined up perfectly. So the first side that I started on was Branch's side of the world. I thought it would be a cute idea to make it look like he was living inside of a tree. So to make it look like a tree, I rolled out a thick brown piece of fondant and just placed it on using some water to help it stick. I did some short, some long, and then I used this little rubber looking thingy majiggy. I don't know what it's called, but I used it to give it some like wood texture. And you want to do this while your fondant is still nice and soft. So after you get a few strings up on there, you want to start making like the little indent lines. I highly recommend this tool. If you don't have it, you should definitely try and get it. I'll be leaving the link down below in the description box, along with all the other tools that I use in this video. After adding on a couple of pieces of the fondant to add texture, I realized that I needed to make some space for Branch to be in the center. So I grabbed my template to make sure I had the perfect measuring around like this. Once I was happy with it, I just made a marking around where I wanted to make the oval, and then I added a piece of fondant going around. So to make the character Branch, I actually printed out a picture of him and I just cut it out with my X-Acto knife using it as a template. Personally, I really like to use templates because when I use templates, it just really helps me get the character to look exactly alike. Because sometimes it can be a little tricky trying to get a character to actually look like the character. It's just, I don't know, for me, when I do cakes, I want it to look exactly like the character. And also for his nose and his eyes, I did cut those out so I can get the exact measurements and place them in the exact spots where they need to be. For the eyeballs, very simple. I just used a little white piece of fondant and then placed a little blue piece of fondant on top. And then I gave him some eyebrows and then I made his smile. Once it was set, I placed Branch right into the middle of the oval, stuck that on with some water, and then I began to add some texture to his hair. To add on that little green vest that he wears, I used a piece of paper of his arm. I put it back on there just to help me like know where to put the vest. And then to add texture to it, I used my little piping tool to make it look like a fish scale thingy, because I don't know, that's kind of how it looks like. So I just thought I'd do that. And his orejas are pretty self-explanatory. I made those separate and I just add them on to the sides. I wanted to make his side look very like homey. So I was like trying to think of like what I could use to add like steps. And I thought of like those ugly, nasty fungus mushrooms that grow in trees for like the steps. So to make the mushrooms, I rolled out some ivory colored fondant, rolled it out into a circle, and then cut that in half and then placed it on a piece of like foam, which I actually got from the Dollar Tree from the craft section. And I used my balling tool to like try to thin it out and make it like more like wrinkly or whatever. So being that this was a cake dummy, I just put 2 toothpicks, and even if this is a cake, you might want to add like 2 toothpicks for every step that you add in, so that way you're able to like hold it there and let it dry. So make sure you use gum paste glue, and then once it's dry, you can take out the toothpicks, or you could just leave them in and let the customer know that there's toothpicks in the cake. And of course, this needed some moss, so I just put some like caca green pieces of fondant randomly around the tree bark. and I just started poking holes at it and then like ripping up the holes just to make it look more like mossy, if you know what I'm talking about. I have a question for you guys. If I were to have a giveaway, what kind of things would you like to see in a giveaway? And don't say KitchenAid stand mixer because your girl don't got money like that, okay? Take it easy on me, all right? Eventually one day I would like to do that. Leave a comment down below as to what you guys would like to see. Okay, I don't know what the heck these are, but I thought they were pretty cute. So I made a couple of these. I thought it was like kind of whimsical, so I thought I'd add it anyways. Like some sort of weird plantas around the tree bark. I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was cute, so I was like, why not, girl? And I also made like a little snail. He's so cute. I didn't show how to make it because it's kind of easy to make a snail. Very easy. Just roll it up for the shell and stick a little turd underneath it, and boom, you got a snail. There's not really a snail in the movie. It has nothing to do with it, but I felt like it just needed a snail. And that's it. That's all for Branch's side of the world. Let's move on to Poppy's side of the world. So I got this grass mold off of Amazon. Again, the link will be in the description box. All you gotta do is just stuff your fondant into the mold and then just take it out gently like this. So I'm not gonna show you how to make Poppy because it's literally the same exact thing as Branch. Again, I use my template just to help everything be exactly the same size and put it in the same spot so that nothing's like thrown off. So to make the rainbow, I made 6 fat little snakes. And then at the very end of the snake, I kind of made it like little pointy at the end so that I could roll it up like this, looking like a little cinnamon roll at the end. Real cute, right? And I did that to all of the colors. I feel like it's a real cute touch, you know what I mean? Very whimsical. So to add on the rainbow, I started off with purple, then I added blue, then I added green, then I added yellow, orange, and rojo. And now for the shimmer and shine on top of the rainbow, because like, what is a poppy cake without a little glitter, you know what I mean? To add on the glitter, I brushed on some water to the rainbow, and then I lightly started to add on the glitter with a dry brush. And mira pa allá, mira que chula, I'm real nice and glittery and whatnot. Then to make the clouds, I used this little cloud cutter, very handy to have. Okay girl, it's gonna be in the link below. I put one at the end, one on top, and then one on the side by the little curls. And then I added the cute little ugly flowers from the trolls. I didn't show how to make this because it's, you know, self-explanatory too. All it is just 2 flower cutter shapes, you know, not matching up together. And then you just add the little ugly face with the little gap teeth. They're so funny looking. Thank you, chuletas, for requesting this cake. I know it's been a long time coming. I owed you guys this one. So thank ya very much. If you made it this far watching the whole thing, thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, if this is your first time here, click the circle button right over here to subscribe to my channel and watch these 2 videos over here. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.